It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns, and it comes your way next.
Fun times in Cleveland ahead as we join you by the Lakeshore here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good one here in the AFC as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Cleveland. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be let out by their left-handed quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Lewis has it, the tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
A throw over the middle, taken in, and they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. He'll drop to throw. Smith catches left side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it?
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there. And
you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down push in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3. Psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on, but this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
Scobie now to kick it away after the made field goal. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So here come the Browns now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Throwing now, Graham on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
The Browns send out their punter now. Christian Kirk deep to return it. This is taken at the 15. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 7. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
3rd down and 1. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner, and that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A officially that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, here's Graham. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Graham. He's going deep for Brown. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Kirk now, the return man. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Back to throw now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 4. They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Miller. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
I don't know if he was just working through progressions or just unaware of the pressure, but no matter. Excellent work by the defense to get him to the ground before he could escape the pocket.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Browns will take over first and 10.
The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. On first and 10, it's Graham. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Graham going to set up to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
If I'm making excuses, and I am, sometimes the sun can be difficult on a ball like that. That looked like it was going to be right there, but it's in and out of his hands. And a potential big play goes by the wayside.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10.
To throw once more, here is Graham.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the fourth down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they get 4 there on 4th and inches.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and the Browns are going to have a first down.
Graham will throw.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On play action, Graham. And Gordon's got it.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Pardon me, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in your offensive playbook. tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now Graham to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Here's Graham to throw it. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a third and goal situation.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Third and goal. Graham with it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So on fourth down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Field goal's all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Targets Miller here on the out route. He's got him. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Back to throw. That is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to give that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Taylor will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
First down. Here's Graham. Complete to Newsom. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
2nd and 10. Here's Graham again.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
The Browns on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Graham.
Rifles one intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
They'll throw on 1st down with Graham. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Graham here from the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Graham. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far, and while you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Cleveland offense making their way out. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They go play action with Graham. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Graham. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Graham. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw here. Caught right side. It's Lewis. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And he's the epitome of what we call a move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They'll set up a throw.
Screenplay, here's Etienne.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll drop to throw.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 on a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a first and goal.
From the gun, it's Graham. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10 to 9. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. In motion right is Ridley. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
feels like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on first and second down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now Graham on first down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable, so they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Graham going to set up to throw. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
To throw once more, here is Graham. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Another run for Brown on second down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here comes third and about a foot. Here's Graham to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here's 2nd and 10. Graham will throw. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big pickup of 38.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the 3rd quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Up the gun, Fournette. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
2nd and 4. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Side, and it's complete. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Running out of the gun with ETN. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jags have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he's free going down the left
left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him, because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air. But his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well, and he just provided one.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
First down, here's Graham. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Kellen. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. Shifts by him. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Now Graham to throw. Pass incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now it's Graham. And that is incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And his kick here is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
In motion right is Ridley. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Taylor. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. And the Browns getting set to go. What a big fourth quarter fumble recovery a moment ago, and now they are set up with a chance to take the lead. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Back to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. So the completion gets him just a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And this one is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Scobie now, kick it away after the made field goal. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll give up the middle to Kelly. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. The throw to the middle, taken in. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Graham. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Running right, here's Brown. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Off the play fake, here's Graham. His throw incomplete.
Before that last pass, 2 interceptions had already been thrown, and this last one tipped in the air, which means everyone on defense is almost fighting each other in order to get to the football to try and make it a third. Once you've thrown a couple, it's almost like a swarm of bees going after the ball, and in this case, they weren't able to get there before it fell to the ground.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Out of the shotgun, Graham. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Graham. That's caught at the 1. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly didn't get what they wanted on that play. That means it's a big-time decision on what you call on 4th down.
Absolutely, because a field goal here doesn't do him much good. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns have taken a 4th quarter lead. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it, we've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Here we go. The Browns will go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Jaguars back with it on offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Second down and 8. Again, it's Taylor. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Well, partner, the hit sure looks like a simple route, but I think the issue with it is a lot of time when you're making that play, you're actually working your way back inside towards traffic where the big guys are coming from inside out, whether it's defensive ends or linebackers. And a lot of the time, instead of securing the pass, your eyes might stray towards the middle and wonder where the big hit's going to come from.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight-line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way. The dog pound barking as loud as they can here. Third down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And his kick is indeed good, and we are all tied here in the final stages.
So a big kick to get this back to even, yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Graham to throw it.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluwakan.
I love how they're tearing the pages out of the so-called book. I wish more teams would do this. Instead of laying back, bring pressure in this situation. Go after them a little bit.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
So it's the Browns who are going to get possession first here in overtime as the kick's away. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. Cleveland offense making their way out. They'll throw on first down with Graham.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Graham going to set up to throw. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. They toss it out right to Kelly, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Graham will throw. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Graham gets it to Gordon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw once more, here is Graham. Complete to Newsom. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Now it's Graham. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They run up the gut with Keller. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 1. Now a give left side. Brown with it. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Let's go, let's go. I got you, baby. Let's ride, dog.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it's pandemonium in the dog pound as the Browns are going to win the football game. A Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split